was actually sent this video by my friend on TikTok, probably like over a month ago. You know, your girl don't be checking that stuff at all. But I got sent this video and I was like, oh, wow. Okay. Because it really shows how propaganda works and how you can mold someone. And it's not hard as long as they're uneducated. So let's go ahead and check this video out.
Is an extremely difficult job. It is. The difficulty arises from the fact that since we live in a capitalist system which seeks to exploit the people and therefore keep the people confused, the capitalist system makes the people think they're thinking when in fact they are not thinking. See, and it is extremely difficult to convince someone who thinks he's thinking that he's not thinking. But we must do it. It's our responsibility. Let me give you an example of how the American people think they think but don't think. If we took a poll of the American people and asked them what they thought about communism, would you agree with me that at least 90% of the people we ask in America would be against communism? 90%? And if we ask this 90% what is communism, would you agree with me that less than 0.2% can probably give us an intelligent, though not necessarily correct answer? Would you agree with me with this? Now let me ask you a question just between you and I. If you have an enemy, does it behoove you to know the enemy or not to know the enemy? That is to say, for example, if snakes are your enemy, does it behoove you to know at least what they look like or not to know what they look like? You understand the proposition carefully. So we want to prove that they think they're thinking, but they're not thinking. Listen to this. The man or woman who hates communism the most is the man or woman who knows the least about communism. And what is even tragic is that the man or woman who hates communism the most, that is to say, the man or woman who knows the least about communism, is the man or woman who wants to know the least about communism. That is to say, snakes are my enemies. They come to bite me, and I don't even want to know what they look like. It's a stupid system. Because the system is based on exploitation, it confuses the people so that it uses the people for its further exploitation. Thus the pigs who run the capitalist system come and yell, the communists are coming. The people grab the guns. Where? Panama. They go shoot. The communists are coming. Where? Santo Domingo. They grab guns. They go shoot. The communists are coming. Where? Vietnam. They grab guns. They go shoot. They don't know what the hell they're fighting and are not even concerned with finding out. That's a stupid system. Stupid system. Stupid. Stupid system. Stupid and backward. Stupid system. We say the capitalist system is a stupid system. It must be. It has to be. It's based on exploitation. Its motivating force is profit. But a backward system. A system that motivates people just to do things for profit. One cannot have individual incentive unless one is given some material stimulation. It's a stupid and backward system. It's a system that has to be destroyed. If one looks at the material makeup of the society, one can see clearly how unjust the system is. Under the system, a few people own and control everything. The rest of the masses of the people own nothing. And they are forced to work for these who own. And the more you work, the poorer you get. Of course, because the essence of it is exploitation. It must be based on exploitation. I said, look at the stupidity. A quick glance at the system will show you how unjust it is. But the American capitalist system will have the people so confused, they're thinking, they don't even look properly at the capitalist system. Do you know that in this country, some people own all the coal that's to be found in the country? Now that's unjust. There's no question about it. In the first place, their labor didn't even put the coal there. So they can't say that it was through hard work. No, it wasn't through hard work. You got it. And your grandmama didn't give it to you because she she didn't bring none with her when she came here. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, she found it here. You understand? So I don't care who you bought it from, who you didn't buy it from. No one man, no through group of men can own the coal in the country. The coal must belong to the people and be used for the benefit of the people. Clearly. It's a stupid system. It is a backward system. It affects you as students. Of course it will affect you. It affects your brothers. They send them to war to die. They don't even know what they're dying for. Because this system is concerned with confusing the people, not letting the people think, because once the people begin to think, they will use their creative energies for humanity and not against humanity. And this indeed is to see the true tragedy of the capitalist system. The tragedy of the capitalist system is to be found in the fact that it takes human beings who think in fact they're working for just ends when in fact they're working for unjust ends. But here, by doing this, the system clearly demonstrates to us that human nature itself is for humanity. Clearly. Even when they come to take the youth and send them to Vietnam, they don't come before the youth and tell them the truth. We're going to rape the country. On the contrary, they lie to them. They tell them we're fighting for democracy. They tell them we're fighting for justice. They say we're fighting against communism, which is bad, and the dictatorship, and we're fighting to bring freedom. And this is why the people are mobilized, because the people will be mobilized to fight for justice. And look at the vicious system, lying to the people, sending the youth to believe he's really fighting for democracy, when in fact this youth is fighting against democracy. It's a backward and stupid system. It has to be overthrown. You may think it doesn't touch you. You may think it doesn't affect you. That's the job of the university here. It supports the values of capitalism. Its job is to put you to sleep. That's what it's to do. That's exactly what it's to do. Exactly what it's to do. Let me give you a demonstration. This is my first time I've been to this university. I don't know any of you personally. Maybe some of you I've seen somewhere. But knowing the capitalist system, knowing you as students, knowing the role occupied by students of the capitalist system, I can make a statement about you sitting here before me and be absolutely correct. I can say that at least 90% of the students of this university cheat. All right, give me 85. You want to go for 80? The overwhelming majority? Of course. I understand your nervous laughter. But you think about it. You think about it. Especially the African students. You think about it. Your people suffer. Your people suffer in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in Egypt, in Algeria, in Trinidad, in Jamaica, in Guyana, in Mississippi, in Alabama, in New York, in California, in Georgia, in Atlanta, in Athens. You have the chance to come and help them. You have the chance to come and help them by acquiring knowledge which can be used for the benefit of the people to help serve humanity. What other great and most noble cause can there be? What other greater motivation? And rather than you acquire this knowledge which has been paid for with the blood of your people, you come here and you cheat. It's a vicious system. It's a stupid and backward system, and you cheat because you're motivated by the values of the system unconsciously. The system tells you that the smartest man is the man who does the least work and reaps the highest benefits. Thus,
Okay, there is not too much to say after this video, but definitely one thing that I will say in regards to it, like I said in the beginning, how you can mold people. Uneducated people are the easiest to mold, right? You go and tell them anything, like a baby, for example. Hey, go and pick that up. Hey, come over here. I have some candy. Come over here, right? It's much easier to make them puppets to what it is that you have going on. But yeah, in regards to the whole capitalism part of it, definitely. That's what's going on. And that's why you see, like, even today, some people are like, oh, Elon, he worked for what he deserved. He worked for what he has, and Bezos worked for what he has. So they deserve their billions upon billions upon billions upon billions of dollars. So what's the problem? They're making their employees pee in bottles and have restricted breaks, and people are harassing them because of that. I mean, what is he supposed to do? Well, I mean, it's a hard job. You have management who's purposely trying to get people fired so you don't have to pay more people. And we know about your shady business practices with small business, medium-sized business, etc. owners, and what it is that you're doing. You're exploiting these people. I guess, why would you do that? Why not then just pay them what they deserve and not exploit them? Right? But I mean, it's not like you don't have the funds to do so. Instead of paying someone 15, you could pay them $20 an hour, right? Instead of paying them 16.25, you could pay them 22.25. and you'll still be a billionaire. You'll still have billions, okay? But the question comes to this simply, when is enough enough? And I've said this many times where I'm like, okay, you have billions upon billions of dollars, or even if you're a multimillionaire, let's say you're worth 50 million. When's enough enough? Like, and I'm talking for businessmen or businesswomen. Why do you need more? You see Pelosi, and she's doing her little insider trading, and with the pandemic, what happened with that, and then like other little stocks that, well, not little, but other stocks that she has, and she's making so much. I mean, she's getting millions of dollars from all this, right? And I'm like, lady, what are you, in your 70s or your 80s? I think she's in her 80s. You're like in your 80s. I mean, what are you really trying to do? You got a nice bougie refrigerator. We've seen that with your Haagen-Dazs and all your Ben and Jerry ice cream and all that kind of stuff. The Magnums, great. You already have money. I mean, it's not like you're legally acquiring it. I mean, you're a lot of y'all doing shady things, getting paid under the table, all types of stuff. So, you know, to make everyone else's lives worse. So I just look at it and I'm like, how much is enough? Like, when do you say, okay, I'm good? And that's what I like about that guy. What was his name? Dan Price of Gravity, where he said everyone in here, everyone that works with this company, your starting pay is 70,000. And yes, you get your maternity leave, you get your vacation, you get your PTO, that kind of stuff, okay? And your other benefits. But he's like, the starting pay is 70 grand. And then people were talking about him like, what? Why would you do that? He's like, why not? These people are the reason why I'm making a lot of money. I mean, that's how this company is able to continue, is because of these people. If I have the money to, and I can even cut my own salary, why not just give that to them? I don't get. I mean, this is how you show employees appreciation, not just by saying, "Hey, thanks. Want some pizza the size of this?" You know what I mean? So that's what you should be doing. So when you look at your Elons, look at your Jeff Bezos and all that, and it's like, okay, considering all your employees, I mean, you'll still be a billionaire, a multi-billionaire, because y'all also are not getting taxed how you should be getting taxed. So I'm like, I guess I'm a little confused here. Okay, when is enough enough? And I really enjoyed the way he's told the story. It started out relaxed, then it got to like ha 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 ha. Then it got really serious, and it was like an emotional roller coaster as you were listening to him. I really like the way that he presented it, and definitely the information that he had as well. But let me know what you think down below.